Hello everyone, welcome to Whispering Bliss, and my intention for this video is to spread love and light to you all always. This is a general message, it's a general reading, okay? The first card I see is Let It Go and Flow. It says practice taking your own good advice, silence. It says what really matters as today. It says wake up. And then it says, I am letting go. So I like the way this look here because the card, I am letting go, landed on the card, let go and flow. So I feel as if there's a need for you to explore, try something new, but something significant about releasing control and just, it's giving me a sense of like going by the wisdom that's within and actually walking by faith and not by sight. Because the card I'm seeing now, it says I can detect negativity and know how and when to remove the focus to positivity to prevent lowering my vibration. I am only focusing on motivation and what makes me happy. Okay, and then it says I accept the challenge. It says, I accept the challenge, and then it says unconditional acceptance. Accept yourself unconditionally with all your flaws and imperfections. And then it says, I'm still standing, okay? So Aries energy. But I'm also getting like embrace the warrior within you, okay? I feel like I'm speaking to someone that's very hard on themselves. Right now, I'm getting this sense of like, you may feel like, oh, I can't share this wisdom, or I can't share my creativity because I'm not all the way healed. And I want to say, I feel like I'm speaking to someone that you may feel like you have enemies, but your biggest enemy is yourself. And I'm getting a sense of like, don't beat yourself up. You don't have to be 100% healed to share your work, to put yourself out there. Just send it, just do it. Because the wisdom that you hold means everything. And you never know who you're going to save or who you're going to help. I don't really want to say save, but you know, when we share our wisdom, we share our experiences, and it can be one person. You know, we all go through things. You don't know what's going on, and you know, outside of what you're experiencing. So share your wisdom, put your work out there. I'm seeing Knight of Wands, so I most definitely said Aries, okay, because the song I'm Still Standing by Elton, I think that's how you pronounce his name, John, I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly, I'm sorry, but I know he's an Aries. And then Nine of Wands came out, okay, so heavy on the fire sign. But I'm also getting with Knight of Wands, I'm getting, you know, embrace that warrior, like I mentioned earlier, like just go. This is something that you don't need to overthink. Why Knight of Wands here? It says the Hierophant. And yeah, it's like I said earlier, I said release control, okay? The Knight of Wands is someone that's extremely passionate, and with the Hierophant here, you're not alone at all. I'm getting, you're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. The Hierophant, why the Hierophant here? Six of Swords. So it's just giving me a sense of like, you know, don't run away. I'm getting, don't run away from your pain, okay? Things going to get better with the Six of Swords, and I'm also getting you're stronger than you think. because I'm looking at this woman. She's pedaling, you know, and she's alone. There's no one else in this picture but herself. But I feel as if there's something. She's like following her intuition. There's a connection, you know, with nature. She's using the guide that's within. She's just in the boat. That's it, you know. She's going somewhere. So there's this confidence that you need to have at this time. And right now I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. Yeah. As I was saying, there's this confidence, you know. Queen of Swords is, you know, Queen of Swords is someone that's been through. The Queen of Swords has been through it, but she's in this position, the Queen, because of her ability to, something significant about balance, okay? And she know when to speak, she know how to speak, and she know how to protect herself, because right now I'm seeing the owl. So the owl is giving me like wisdom. She holds very connected to the divine, and she holds strong, like, you know, wisdom, and she relies on that as well. But the Queen of Swords is very grounded, so it's giving me a sense of like, you know, embrace that energy, that balanced energy. Use your experiences, you know, share your experiences and use the wisdom that you gain from that. Share that with others, and trust your ability to, it's giving me a sense of like, your communication style is the way that it is for a reason. Don't compare yourself to others, because it's giving me a sense of like, God is using you to aim to a group of people. There's people out there that only you can get to, okay? No matter if it's your art, if it's your, you know, how, whatever that may be, however you express yourself. So just basically be you. You know, just show up as who you are. Don't overthink this. And then it says 10 of Pentacles. You know, 10 of Pentacles is giving me a sense of like, you're supported on this adventure. You know, you have everything you need, inner and outer. You don't, you know, I'm just getting a sense of like, you have everything you need. So I'm seeing like a camera says instant gratification, capturing the moment, remembering memories. And then it says faith. Yeah. Right now I'm seeing like Wheel of Fortune, faith. So I'm getting a sense of like, you know, just relax and have faith. I'm getting, you know, freedom. Just relax. So I'm just getting a sense of like, no matter where you go, I feel like you have this, you're protected. I'm sorry. So, oh goodness, because my mind was going somewhere else. Just know that you are protected. Whatever path that you take, you're very protected. Okay? And have faith in your journey. I'm getting a sense of like, don't get tired of learning. There's so much more. There's more to learn. So be curious, you know. Dig deeper. And I'm seeing awareness. Okay. Follow your dreams. Pay attention to them. I know sometimes people may say dreams are just dreams. I honestly don't believe that. I believe that dreams are a guide. Sometimes they don't make sense, and it's important for you to dig deeper, because those dreams are either they're meant to be shared, maybe they're a warning for people, or it's a warning for you. So you have to utilize your discernment. Only you would be able to answer that. But I'm getting a sense of like, don't be afraid to dig deeper when it comes to you. Yeah, because I feel like there's this, you may be comfortable, and this message is just giving me a sense of like, no, you shouldn't be comfortable with what people feed you. You should always ask questions, because it's so much more to you than you realize. Okay, so I'm seeing challenging times. So it says tensions may rise during this period, resulting in possible conflicts or difficulties. I'm seeing third party. If you're caught in a love triangle, you risk being stuck in limbo if you don't make the choice for them. So it says outside interference. And then it says divine connection. Your path is divinely guided, leading you toward your greatest good. Surrender your wishes and desires to spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. And then it says both moves. Someone wants to right their wrongs and make it up to you, but it's up to you to decide if you're willing to accept it. Okay, so yeah, right now it just seems like you guys are going through a hard time, but just know that you can get through this. Is nothing that you can't get through. And I'm getting a sense of like, your journey is nothing that you can't handle. Okay, so you may feel like, oh, I can't do this, and I'm looking at this picture. It's a girl on there, and it's giving me a sense of like, look at it in a childlike manner. Release thinking that you have to do certain things right. Your story or your journey should not look like your neighbor, the person next to you. This is all about you. This life is all about you. Okay. And then another card I see, it says adjustment. The old ways are no longer effective, and you're in a stage that requires a new approach, a new viewpoint, or a different partnership. Embrace the opportunity for growth and change. So I'm getting a sense of like, this time, maybe it's time to move away from bad habits. It's time for you to move away from people that no longer serve your highest good. I feel as if from the energy that I'm getting, your soul is craving more. Your soul is craving an adventure, for you to do something new, and it's giving me a sense of like, you're ready to basically live out your life's purpose. But there's a lot of distractions. Okay. And this can be from within, or it can be internal or external. Only you can answer that. But I'm getting a sense of like, you're strong enough to receive the answers. You're strong enough to face the truth. I'm seeing a card, and it says, where are you being called to journey to? I'm seeing dance with life. Do something to change your energy. And then it says, keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. I'm seeing share your voice, come out the cave, expression. before I move to the next deck, I really want to dig deeper. I know these messages is not going to be for everyone, but I want to see what the ancestors have to say. I'm seeing Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and it's basically giving me the same message that I already gave but with the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. It's giving me a sense of like you're someone that, like, you're multifaceted. You have many skills. You're very wise. You're very nurturing. You may be a parent, but you're very resourceful, and you're worthy of all beautiful things in this lifetime. Don't be afraid to journey, okay? And I also see the nine of Pentacles, okay? So it landed on, where are you being called to journey to? Nine of Pentacles is someone that's, you can stand on your own, okay? You're reliable, and I'm getting financial independence, but there's qualities that you have to have about yourself to be able to stand alone like this, to stand in this Nine of Pentacles energy. So I'm getting, trust yourself. I'm getting a sense of like you're not a person that's meant to have one job. Maybe you can carry, you know, you can have 2 or 3 jobs, or maybe you have an entrepreneur spirit and you're not walking that journey. What do you want collective to see right now? It says it's okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. And then it says, let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. And then it says, all things that almost broke me were the things that most awake me. The awakened dead, resilience, self-appreciation. Take time to celebrate yourself. I'm going to take time to acknowledge your wins. Acknowledge, you know, sometimes like life kind of funny, you know, life it keeps going, it moves forward, you know, and sometimes we can be in this place to where we don't really celebrate our wins. We're just like, oh, okay, whatever, you know, like, oh, it's nothing. Or if we're not saying that, we're just not giving it any energy, you know. It's like, but here this message is saying, no, it's worth celebrating, especially when it comes to small wins, you know. Like, don't wait to, you know, oh, I completed this project, I can do something. No, like, you woke up this morning, you should pat yourself on the back. You should, you know, thank God, like, I'm able to do this again. You know, I can breathe, I'm healthy, I can go out and, you know, I can go to work to provide for my family, or, you know, get the things that I want, whatever that looks like to you, you know. But it's just giving me a sense of like, stop taking life for granted and just, you know, appreciate not only the things that you have, but yourself, because you're doing something. I feel like I'm speaking to someone that feels like you're not worth anything, or you're not, but I'm getting, you are worth everything. You're here. And because you're here, you have to ask those questions. You have to ask God, you know, why am I here? What do you want me to do? Okay. I'm seeing a car and it says curious heart. Embark on a great adventure. And then I'm seeing the number 7. And 7, it just gives me like luck. You know, it gives me a very strong energy, very resilient. So it's giving me a sense of like, no matter what path you take, you're strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. Okay? I'm seeing 0220. It says act on your idea. It says realistic and practical approach. Goals. Divine timing, ambition, cooperation, discipline. You have the benefit of good fortune. And if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything in this place. You can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Okay? Thank you guys for viewing this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay? Bye.